Hi friends, happy Friday and welcome back to my weekly Fun Fold Friday. We are bringing you another Fun Fold premiere video. Today's Fun Fold is actually another super fun 3D project. As I mentioned last week and in my weekly class to go yesterday, we are actually playing with the treat bag portion of the Tricks and Treats bundle. So we are making this adorable Christmas bag along with a paper piecing Christmas mouse. Now I cannot take credit for the cute mouse. My fellow demonstrator Angie from Stampin' Up made this adorable cute mouse, and isn't she sweet? Oh my god. So we're playing with the Sending Cheer bundle this week, and this can be found on page 32 of the mini catalog. We're playing primarily with the dies, the Santa hat and the holly, and then we're stamping the ho ho ho, and then I stamped the holly ahead of time. So we're kind of playing with that, but we're also playing with the deckled circles, as well as a 2-inch punch, I believe it was. Yeah, I just used the 2-inch punch on that. You can use your layering circle dies if you have that, or if you have any type of circle, but that's about a 2-inch punch. And like I said, the dies that we are playing with the treat portion of the Tricks and Treats. We are playing with the hats, and then the I guess the pom-pom and the little fur, and then the holly that we're cutting out. And then I am also using the edging piece of the Tricks and Treats bundle to make that cute little edge. Now, I did not have any white tissue paper, so for this purpose only, I had put just regular tissue or Kleenex in there. We are also playing with this gorgeous designer paper. It is called Shining Christmas, and it can be found in my online store under online exclusives. Look how beautiful this paper is. It's a foiled shiny portion on the front, and then a muted design on the back. It comes in 12 by 12, and all of the supplies are listed in the description box below, as well as my blog post today at cardsbytlc.com, which is also in the description box below. So all the sizes are there, and all the supplies that I used in today's project are there. So let's go ahead and move forward on the project. And I have pre-cut this out. I have cut out 2 pieces of real red for the treat box, and I have already pre-edged that edging for you. I have also cut a piece of designer paper, which is 2 3/4 by 3 5/8 of the Shining Christmas paper. And let me get all of my little goodies out, and we will go over all the pieces. Like I said, I used a 2-inch circle punch, and that's in Smoky Slates. I used the second to the smallest circle dies. Let me show you this really quick. Of the deckled circled, I used the second to the smallest and the smallest of the circles on the deckled circled. So I need 2 Smoky Slates for her ears, and then the smallest I did the 2 deckled circles in Bubble Bath for the inside portion of her ears. We have the Santa hat, the fur, the pom-pom, and then like I said, I have already pre-stamped this in shaded spruce, and then the holly berries in real red. Now for her eyes, I just took a hole puncher. I think it's like a maybe 3/8 of a hole punch. And I'm going to just punch out in basic black cardstock 2 little eyes. And there it is. I already have some self-adhesive on the back, so that'll make things a lot easier. Let's kind of briefly lift those up. And then what I did was for her nose, we used the Trio Heart Punch from the sending cheer, the center portion of the gingerbread man's belly. And I just did a black nose for that. And then for the eyes, I wish I had a true white gel pen. And if you have a true white gel pen, that'll work better. I unfortunately have opaque gel pen. I thought I had a traditional white one, but it's very faint, so we'll just make that work. And then I just took a black gel pen and drew on her eyebrows, her mouth, and her whiskers. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's put this stuff back for right now. We're going to start with the treat box and put that together really quick. Get the eyeballs in here. I'm telling you, these little cups are fantastic. Again, thank you to my dear friend Patty who gave them to me. She got them, I believe, at TJ Maxx. So first things first, we are going to put together our treat box, and what this does is you have two separate treat boxes and you lay them on top of one another. So I'm going to bring in some tear and tape. Now you can use Stampin' Seal or Stampin' Seal Plus. Anytime I do any type of box, I like to use tear and tape for a stronger adhesive. But let's go ahead and put that on really quick, and I'm going to kind of put the tear and tape on the pieces so you know ahead of time which pieces take the tear and tape, and then maybe you can take a screenshot if you're watching this. That might be a good idea. I will also have a picture in my blog as well. So I believe I put it on this side. Now here's a tip. You don't want to go too high up, because when you fold that flap over, you don't want that adhesive to show. So you kind of want to go towards the bottom portion of your box, of your tab. Let's go ahead and do the opposite. Okay. The tear and tape is on. Oops. Let me line this up accordingly. And then that way you guys can quickly grab a screenshot if you want to do so at this point in time. So we are going to come in with our Take Your Pick tool and pull that release tab off. And then you're going to line this up on top of that. And you're going to line that up with the scoring. You know what? Okay, good. I did already burnish our edges ahead of time. You definitely want to crease those edges ahead of time before you start building the box, but I already did so. And I believe this is the front of the box. Let's just double check really quick. How am I folding this over? Yes, this side is the front of the box. So I'm going to go ahead, and you can glue it on afterwards, but I'm going to go ahead and glue that on ahead of time. And normally I use liquid glue for this, but because this fits in really nicely inside the box, again, that size of this designer paper is 2 3/4 by 3 5/8, and that fits perfectly inside those creased markings on that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to fold this over just so it's a lot easier to line that up nicely. Otherwise you can, if you're good at lining the edges up like that ahead of time, but for me, I'm not so good at that. Now we're going to go ahead and take our release tape off of here, our tabs, and we are going to close that box up. accordingly. This treat box comes together so quickly. Let's take those pieces off, and then you're just going to have to line that down. And you can add adhesive to both of those side tabs. That'll work just fine, but this closes up nicely on even just having the one side up. And then what I like to do is bring in my bone folder and just close that bottom portion up. So it closes up really nicely. So there is our treat box. Really quick and easy. You can make multiples of these. These are going to be in my craft fair this season, and it'll be great for cute little treats and a gift card to go in there, or whatever you want to put in them. It's perfect. So let's go ahead and put together our little mouse. Let's get all of our little bits and pieces out of here. Again, our 2-inch circle for our face. And let's start with the ears. So those will be out of the way. So here I'm going to come in with my liquid glue on this portion and put our bubble bath, our inside piece of the pink portion of our ear. Isn't she sweet? I really fell in love with this. My friend Angie is great at paper piecing. Wow, I am really struggling with words today. Paper piecing. And my friend Rhonda's really good at paper piecing. I wish I was as talented, but I'm all about casing something I love. And that's what I love about the crafting community, is you don't 100% have to come up with all of the ideas. It's perfectly fine to case something that you absolutely love. Okay, now I'm going to peel the backings off of these eyes. And we're going to put our eyeballs on for our mouse. Okay, and then I'm going to come in with that gel pen. And again, a white gel pen would work fantastic for this. Unfortunately, mine's not as bright. It's very opaque and chalky on black, which I thought I was getting a white one, but I did not read that label. I just saw the white and grabbed it. So it doesn't come out very dark at all, but that's okay. We're making it work. I'm going this weekend to grab a gel pen for sure. Now I'm just coming in with a black gel pen, and we're going to come in and do the eyebrows. And then for the nose, what I did was I covered up with some Post-it tape, and then I'm going to come in with my Memento black ink and just ink up the one heart for the nose. Now, if you're really good about lining that up in the corner, you can do so, but release tape just works just fine for that. And then I'm going to come in, excuse if I get my head in the camera, and just get that cute little nose on there. There we go. And then we're going to come in with that gel pen and fan out some whiskers. And then come in with a mouth. I am not an artist, so that's as best as it's gonna go. I didn't quite get that whisker out good enough, but that's okay. We're making it work, right? So now I'm going to just come in and add some adhesive at the bottom of my ears, and we'll just attach. Maybe I'll just use liquid glue at the bottom of this. We're going to attach some ears. Come in here, just at that bottom. Come in. Do I have a little piece of, there we go. Cute little mousy. Ears a little wonky, but gives him character, right? And then I'm going to come in for the Santa hat. I'm going to come in and add some adhesive just at the bottom part of this hat. Now you want to, because this is longer than the hat, you want to add the glue directly onto the Santa hat and then add your fur to the bottom. Otherwise, your glue will go past the Santa hats. And again, we're going to come in adding glue directly onto the Santa hat. Now these are, if you notice the little hole through them, they're tags. They're meant, this bundle is meant to make cute little tags. So they do have a hole. However, we are using it for a completely different purpose today. We are going to cover up that hole with that holly. So I'm just going to come in here really quick and just add a little bit of glue to the bottom of that holly. And then our berries. Add that directly on. Let that sit there for a second. And then I'm going to come in and add some glue to my mouse, just kind of like on the top portion of her head. And we'll glue down our Santa hats. I'm going to hold that there for a second. And then I have a strip of basic white that I'm going to come in here and bring in our real red. And we are going to stamp our ho, ho, ho. There's that. Cut that at an angle. Now this also has for you, no peeking, open me, sending cheer. You can add any sentiment that you want to this. There is room to add, I think, all of those sentiments. But I'm just gonna stamp the ho, ho, ho. Close that up, and we are going to pop our little mouse up with a Stampin' Dimensional, a foam sheet. Again, these come in handy, otherwise you would have to put a bunch of Stampin' Dimensionals at the bottom, but these foam sheets come in handy. There we go, our mouse, and then I'm going to just come in and cut that edge piece off at an angle. I think this top portion needs to be trimmed down just a little bit more. Perfect. Yep. And add some adhesive. Hold that down for a second because this is shiny paper. It takes a minute for that glue to adhere to, but there we have it. See how quickly and cute those came together? I'm going to mass produce these. These are going to be fantastic for craft fair season, for a fun table setting at the holidays. Wouldn't these be great little table setting pieces that you'll put at their table? You can print out their names and put their names on it, and that way they have table setting pieces and have some chocolate in there. Super fun ideas. I would love to see your ideas if you happen to do this project. I love for you to tag me at Cards by TLC. I'm at Cards by TLC on all social media platforms if you do give this fun fold a try. I want to thank you all so much for stopping by. I really hope that you loved today's project and would love for you to hit that like button and make sure you click that notification bell and subscribe button so you don't miss any of my future videos. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and be sure to join me next Thursday for my weekly class to go at 11 a.m. and next Friday for another Fun Fold Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific time. Thanks everyone, and have a great day.